It's 2:17 a.m. The house is dead silent, but your brain, it's screaming. You know you shouldn't open the app. You know the balance hasn't changed since dinner, but you need the hit. You need the proof that you're finally safe. So you tap the icon. Face ID scans your tired eyes. Somewhere, an algorithm just pinged. They know you're looking. And there it is, the number, the golden ticket, the thing you sacrificed sleep, weekends, and sanity to chase. Your thumb hovers. You feel the rush. You think you won. But here's the truth nobody tells you. This isn't the finish line. This is the moment the trap springs. And there it is, the number. The number you've been chasing for years. Maybe your first 6 figures. Maybe an emergency fund finally full after eating instant noodles for 6 months. Your heart pounds. It feels like winning the lottery, except this is your own sweat equity. You're finally safe. You finally made it. You breathe a sigh of relief. But wait, the moment you hit that number, the world seems to change the rules without permission. Suddenly, there's an urgent bill that makes no sense. Suddenly, the car needs major repairs exactly on payday. Or something more subtle and sinister. Your friends start inviting you on expensive trips, and because you have money now, you feel obligated to say yes to save face. The system isn't designed to keep you at that number. The system is designed to move that money back into their pockets. Hitting that number feels like a win, but for most people, it's actually the starting line for losing it all. Let's be honest, no fluff. Why does the middle class feel like it's being taxed into poverty, even without the government raising tax rates? Because you're on a financial roller coaster that never stops at the peak. You think the finish line is when you have savings. Wrong. The finish line is an optical illusion. The foundation is what matters. The statistics are terrifying, but don't panic yet. According to Federal Reserve data, nearly 4 in 10 Americans would struggle to cover a $400 emergency expense using only cash savings. Here, the currency might be different, but the feeling is just as suffocating. You save, then inflation comes eating your purchasing power like termites. You get a raise, then your lifestyle creeps up so your savings stay at zero. This isn't because you're broken. This isn't because you lack discipline or faith. Almost everyone is on the same leaking boat. The financial system profits when you are emotionally stable but financially leaky. They need you to spend, not stack. Dormant money is their enemy. You're lying in bed, 2:17 a.m., your mind scrolling through your bank app for the 5th time. That tiny number has finally gotten big enough, that target you've clawed at through ramen meals and tax-drained paychecks. But then you feel that ice-cold prick of not enough, but too much. Too much for you to handle. Instantly, your first thought is, where should it go? What new thing can I buy? Your stomach tightens. It's a new terror, the terror of sudden spending. For me, I call it the post-savings syndrome. Let me tell you something they don't tell you in finance classes. Once you build wealth, it makes you target practice, and the rules change. The cash imbalance becomes a system imbalance. The rich tax no one calls a tax. Disclaimer time. What I'm about to say is education and entertainment only, not financial advice. I'm not a certified financial advisor. I'm just the friend who reads boring reports so you don't have to. Consult a professional for specific decisions can who your money's life. Okay, let's dissect this case. Let's break down why this happens. There are 2 phases rarely discussed. Phase 1 is the grind to the number. Here, you're hungry, you're frugal, you decline movie invitations to save. You have sniper-like focus. But once you hit phase 2, after the number, your psychology shifts drastically. Your brain, previously in survival mode, switches to reward mode. You feel entitled. I've worked hard. I deserve this new car. This is where the system enters, like a wolf in sheep's clothing. Banks and finance apps hate people stacking dormant money. They love stable people who have cash but want to spend it. Once your balance stabilizes, you'll see credit card offers with higher limits heading your email. Luxury car ads appear on your social feed right after you check your balance. This isn't coincidence. Algorithms know you have new debt capacity. They tax you through interest, through hidden fees, through lifestyle inflation. This is the rich people's tax that never gets called a tax. They make you feel poor amidst abundance because your money keeps changing hands before it can work for you. Let's talk simple math, no headache jargon. Say you manage to save $10,000. Cool, applause first. But if inflation averages 3% per year, that money loses about $300 in purchasing power annually, silently, without notification. If you leave it in a standard savings account yielding 0.4%, you're actually losing 2.6% per year. It's like paying a tax you never authorized. Vanguard data shows the U.S. stock market returns an average of 7 to 10% per year long term, but the average investor loses 1 to 2% of return annually due to bad timing. Not because they're stupid, but because human emotion isn't designed for investing. They panic sell when down and FOMO buy when up. Transaction costs, capital gains tax, and emotion eat your harvest. Money safe under the pillow actually rusts. Money risky in the market often loses to patience. The key isn't chasing highest returns. It's not losing money due to impulsive reactions. Let's compare two stories. There's Alex and Jordan. Both just got a big bonus, $50,000 each. Alex feels finally rich. He trades his still functional car for the latest model because the payments are affordable. He upgrades his phone, eats at expensive restaurants every weekend. Within 18 months, the bonus is gone, and he still has car payments tying up his cash flow for 4 more years. Alex is back to zero. Even worse, because now he has debt. Then there's Jordan. Jordan gets the same money. Jordan doesn't feel rich. Jordan feels he has options. He takes 50% of that money and locks it in a boring market index. He doesn't touch it. 30% to pay off high-interest debt. The remaining 20%, he uses it to have fun moderately, so he doesn't feel deprived. 5 years later, Alex is still paying car interest. Jordan has a growth layer generating sleep money. Jordan isn't smarter than Alex. Jordan just has stricter rules. Behavioral finance research shows people who separate safe money and spending money tend to be more disciplined and less trapped by spending impulses. So what should you do now? Don't wait until you have lots of money to start protecting yourself. Here's a simple playbook to exit this cycle. Save this carefully. 1. Set a floor. This is the number you never go below for anything except for life or death emergencies. This isn't a target, it's a bottom limit. If you touch this, the danger alarm must sound. 2. Build a growth layer. Money above the floor must work, not sleep. Use boring, automatic instruments. Boredom is your friend in investing. 3. Suspect every sale. If someone tries to sell you an investment that's guaranteed profit, it's a lie. If the bank offers you extra credit limit when your balance rises, decline. They don't care if you're rich, they care if you're in debt. Change your mindset now. Money isn't for showing off. Money is options. Money is the ability to say no to a toxic boss, to emergencies, to social pressure. The middle class gets taxed into poverty because they treat money as a consumption tool, not a freedom tool. Protect your first number like it's your house floor, not a race finish line, because if your floor collapses, you won't be able to run anywhere. The system will keep trying to take it. Your job is to ensure they fail. Stay alert, stay skeptical, and remember, there's always
Your floor
a
never
TED.
expires. Enjoy endless benefits today.